Okay, guys, this is deku. What had well, well, had a ghost seeing quirk. Yeah, really drawing at straws. I came up with this earlier. Thought there could be a lot of awkward conversations with All Might. Yeah. So I thought this would be a funny joke one. So yeah. Okay, let's start the with. Let's see. Deku would basically discover this quirk when he was at a young age. He basically would be talking to these random people, and his mom would ask who he's talking to, and I don't know. He probably would say he's talking to his grandfather. Yeah, because I'm just going to say his grandfather on his mom's side died. So yeah. Don't know if that's going to take place. That's going to, affect anything in the future. So yeah, it's like a 1% chance that's going to affect anything, because no idea what happens in season 4. Okay. I'm doing this pretty late, so yeah. It's basically just pretty late. I'm doing this like at 12, I want to say. Yeah, 12. You guys can actually see the time. So yeah, Deku is basically going to see ghosts everywhere and talk to them. Deku's mom would basically ask who he's talking to, and she basically would be shocked on what he said. So she takes him to the quirk doctor, and the doctor says he has a weird quirk. His quirk allows him to see the dead somehow. We've never had a case of this. But do you want to know the weirdest part? He's able to use the dead's abilities. The dead's quirks. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing it like that. Like, seriously, that one's going to be hard. Okay, that one would be way too awkward. Just something popped in my head. But, yeah, a lot of things could be so awkward. Especially with Gran Torino, all of those. So, yeah. I didn't realize how awkward this could potentially be till now, but, it's just going to be so awkward. Like, so awkward. I'm giving it all for one for sure. And I'm going to say that Bakugo asked, when, I'm going to say this happens when, Deku's like 2, just learning how to talk. He learns a lot of words from the strange adults that are just around him. So, yeah. Yeah. Deku's basically going to be, Deku's basically going to say his quirk in school. It's called Ghost Eyes. Yeah. I have no idea why I said Ghost Eyes. Yeah. I'm considering doing it with. So, well, not. Well, if Deku was like a character, I'm considering doing that. Okay, so Deku basically is talking to all these dead people, and then Bakugo basically asks who he's talking to. And Deku basically says, the dead. Bakugo asks, how are you talking to the dead? My quirk involves around me talking to the dead. And basically, yeah, I can gain their quirks. And Bakugo says, wow, that's cool. So, can you talk to my grandmother? I'm just guessing that Bakugo's grandmother's, dead. And basically, I don't know what her quirk would be. I would say liquid. She basically can shoot she can basically shoot whoever Bakugo's mom out of her hands. I don't know the chemical that Bakugo's mom can shoot out of her hands. So yeah. And Deku basically is talking to Bakugo, and Bakugo's grandmother basically says, I can possess you for a minute. And Deku basically says, only 1 minute. And basically, Deku basically talks like, Bakugo's grandmother, and in the same voice. I'm going to say it just mirrors the voice of the dead person. So yeah, I do not know what I'm going to be intending. It is going to probably be so weird, this one. Oh my gosh, these situations that could appear. And I cannot imagine what the buffed out version of this quirk could be. And once, authorities find out that he has this quirk, they basically use him for murder cases. Yep. He's going to basically be a private eye. Only for murder. Yep. Yeah, I can't think of anything, but that is a insanely OP quirk. If you're joining the police and thinking about army, or just literally being a hero. You also could be a medium. There is no way that you're not going to be a medium or something to, use your quirk for advantage. Seriously, I would say that the police would pay him $500 to be solving the case, he probably would be rich. But yeah, he would definitely be rich. I'm pretty sure that, I'm just going to check something real quick. Apparently, the average rate of murders in Japan is 3,500. So, Deku is going to be rich. Rich beyond anyone's wildest beliefs. Just in 1 year, he's going to have thousands at his disposal, 500 per case. I mean, Deku could just say 1,000. I mean, he could get 1,000 per case. So he would be humongously rich. No, 1 billion. 1 billion per case. I mean, seriously. He's definitely going to be rich with his quirk. So, yeah. Yeah, just that alone makes him rich. I mean, he is definitely richer than Momo. And he's probably just going to, I don't know, use it for his own benefit, for, college or something. Well, not college, but, it is some serious BS I just gave him. He can be richer than anyone in the world. Just with one murder case. Seriously, if it's a big ticket item, he can charge 50 times. It's why not? It's just bigger, more political ties, more, for him too. He can be a politician too. Oh, you can go around the world? I didn't even see how much the average around the world is. So yeah, I'm going to check that one out. No, wait, I shouldn't, because it would probably be in the tillions. So yeah, straight up, nope. I'm just noping myself out of that one. So yeah, Deku is definitely going to be omega rich. So, yeah. Sorry, just wanted to check if I actually was recording. Didn't even pay attention. So, yeah. Didn't have that, timer down. So, yeah. Couldn't prepare. So, let's see. Deku is Omega Rich. And, yeah. Yeah. Can't say anything about that. Oh, right. He also can gain the quirks of the dead. So he basically has a little posse of ghosts around him at all times. Nope, he actually doesn't. But even if they've gone to the afterlife, well, not the afterlife, but if they've gone, to heaven or hell, he still has a quirk. Yeah, I'm regretting that immediately. I am going to be pushing this recording to the absolute limit. So, yeah. I have no idea how long this is going to take to upload, but I'm just planning on doing it to the absolute limit. Maybe an hour, maybe less. Maybe until my phone dies. Like, what percent is it on? 57. Okay. So we have a while to go. So Deku basically is gaining all this money and wealth, and he's well known for solving cases around, that. And he's basically he doesn't have any, detective skills whatsoever. Thinking about it, go see everything. So if he could ask a ghost, what happened and to give him any evidence, Ghosts, I'm pretty sure, won't lie or anything like that. So, yeah. That is one of the, perks of having that eye. And Deku's worked with a lot of heroes. I'm going to say that he's even worked with Eraserhead. So, yeah. He's going to be pretty good friends with Eraserhead. And basically, since they have, a similar eye quirk, so they're going to get along just fine. Eraserhead will ask him what school he wants to go to, and Deku would basically say UA. And Eraserhead would say, "Oh, hope I see you there next year." I'm gonna say it's going to be right around that time, next year. They're basically going to say it. So basically goes to UA. So he's 14, I want to say. Right around my age. Well, exactly my age, but a little older because, So, you basically would say, "Oh, right, don't you work there?" And Eraserhead would say, "Yeah, I work there sometimes." Well, not sometimes, but, I work there. And basically, they would have a nice little chat. Deku would probably be drinking coffee. So, yeah. I'm going to do that first day of UA. So, that's going to be a funny situation. I do not know if I'm going to actually finish everything in this part. 50th chance. So, Deku basically, would go to the exam. I'm going to say that I'm just going to say that the slime villain attack happens, and All Might arrives, and he does. I'm pretty sure it was Texas Smash. And Deku basically, before that, Deku basically got loose. I'm going to say that someone had a liquidizing quirk where he could, where they could, liquidize their entire body and then reform. So basically an ice tray. So, Deku basically, says, "Oh, hey, All Might." And All Might basically says, "Hey, kid, who are you again?" And Deku would say, "Oh, I'm blank. Well, I'm not Deku." And and All Might would say, "Oh, right, you're that kid. How's my old master doing?" "Oh, good in the afterlife. She actually said, hey, last time. I mean, she's following you all around. And basically, yeah. And Deku basically said, if you want, I can let her possess me again. I mean, she always follows you. And All Might basically says, ugh, maybe next time. Basically, he doesn't want to talk to his master. No. He basically would say, sure. But, he basically feels really uncomfortable around Deku. Because he can see the dead, let them possess, him. And basically, the dead tells him all of the secrets they can. So, yeah. I'm only laughing on the inside, So, Deku basically lets, All Might's old masters, and basically would say, how do you do, All Might? Or something like that. And basically, they would have a conversation, and All Might's time would run out. Slime Bone would be in a bottle, so yeah. And Deku basically would say, okay, yeah, get out to you. Okay, yeah, time to get out. I only have a time limit on this, so yeah. And yeah, he's going to have like a time limit on not how long ghosts can stay in his body. So yeah. And All Might's teacher would say, oh, sorry, have to run. Won't float around, yeah. And basically, say, and Deku would basically say, sorry, I couldn't have let her go on longer. She would have been kicked out, so, yeah. And All Might says, I get it, you only have, like, a time limit, like me. And Deku basically would say, yeah, alright, you have that time limit. It's been a while since we've chatted. It's been, like, 8 years. And All Might would say, yeah, around 8. Been a while. So, yeah. And remember, your teacher's always watching you. So, yeah, just to make All Might a little more creeped out around him. And I have eyes and ears everywhere. So, yeah. You would be a perfect villain and a perfect hero at the same time. Information gathering? Check. Able to gain quirks? Check. Able to see the dead? And hear everything and watch everything everywhere? Check. Like, seriously. You'd be the perfect villain and hero at the same time. Like, there is no excuse why he wouldn't be a hero or a villain. Like, if he's a vigilante, he is really not, going to be that good. Oh, and by the way, Deku would basically be saying that he has eyes and ears everywhere, and basically to say hello to One for All for me. / dad, And All Might basically, would say, wait, your dad's All for One? Yeah, the ghost told me. Like, there are, like, hundreds of ghosts telling me, like, certain details about my dad at all times. When he's, younger. When he was, like, 6. Yeah, like, 6, I want to say. Is it 6? Yeah, I'd say 6. Yeah. No, wait. Is it 6? Sorry, I'm just pretty tired. I can't really do much math. I'm pretty good at math, but yeah. 6 plus 6. Yeah. So yeah, 6. Deku probably would say that his dad's All for One at 6. He gets information from all ghosts about his dad, that he's able to steal people's quirks and basically reutilize them. And yeah, and I'm going to say that the All for One fight happened, around that time when Deku was 6. And All for One basically would be, All Might would basically be told that, All for One's still alive. And All Might would say, "How do you know this? The ghost told me." "Oh, right, your quirk. Wait, the ghost told you that All for One's still alive?" "Yeah, well, they won't tell me where he is, but they keep telling me that he's alive." "And you tried to kill him? Why did you try to kill my dad?" "Wait, he's your dad?" "Yeah? Why? The ghosts keep telling me my dad's name is One for All." "Wait, is it? I don't know." It's like All for One, One for All. One for all. All for One. Yeah, All for One's my dad. The ghosts keep telling me it. And All Might basically says, "No wonder why you have such a powerful quirk. It's probably because because your quirk is randomized because of All for One's quirk." All for One. Yeah, All for One. Like, I can't, keep track. It's like so hard to keep track. Basically, All Might would be freaking out inside, like have a mini panic attack, and say, "Your dad is a bad man, and you shouldn't trust him." The ghosts basically are telling Deku that he's a goodish man. He only has your, safety in his intent. He's trying to rule the world because he wants, his son to, basically become, well, the number one hero. Basically, if Deku basically becomes the number one hero, what All for One's going to give him his quirk, and well, actually no. Like, they're all telling him that All for One's not a good man, but not a bad man at the same time. He's only trying to rule the world to, save people and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm messing up All for One for some reason. I've always seen light in villainies, for some reason, Like, if someone is a villain, they have a reason to be a villain. So, yeah, there was no reason in the backstory, but I only see, like, one path. He's trying to rule the world so everyone becomes safe and stuff like that. Because quirks, he's trying to gain every quirk so no one can harm themselves. Wow, I am really misconstruing his backstory, aren't I? Like, if you dislike this video, I get why, but I'm just trying to make him have a nice backstory for once, Plus, it's my, it's basically me trying to, put, Deku, like, on the heart of villainy or the heart of, good. So, yeah, it's difficult for me to do it. I always like villainy more than good for some reason. Vigilante, I don't see any path towards it. It's not black and white, but vigilantes break the law, but it's just, basically villainy. So, yeah. Okay, let's just go on. Deku basically is going to UA. Basically is going to go into the exam. Deku's basically going to have, I don't know, that liquidizing quirk. So, yeah, he's basically going to expand his entire body around the whole ring and go through the tiniest cracks, tiniest atoms. Yeah, I'm just going to say it works like that. It's basically an atomized quirk. So, yeah. And basically go through all the, robots and stuff like that. Short circuit them. Get infinity points instantaneously. They have to... And they're going to put him on recommendation, too. Like, he's not going to deny the recommendation. He's just want to do the test beforehand. So, yeah. and there is a simultaneous kaboom in the entire ring. Like, every robot's destroyed all at once, and they all go to Deku. The announcer says, "Oh, wait, we have that kid in this ring. So, sorry guys, we have to redo the entire test." And Deku basically gets a scolding for going all out. And Deku would say, I didn't go all out. I only went 1%. And they basically would say, "Oh, right, you're... freaking hell, that kid. He's always going to destroy everything. He's able to destroy everything, but he's also a genius. And he can see ghosts, so he can cheat. Oh, wait. Like, seriously, we all hate him for having such a powerful quirk. Every kid, is going to treat him nicely, but the adults, hate him because he can do their jobs just, whenever. He just can do their jobs so much that they basically don't do anything when he's around. So yeah, once he becomes a hero, he's going to be the most loved and hated all at the same time. So yeah. Basically, he gets in flying colors. He basically also gets flying colors. He basically gets 100%. No, I'm going to say that he gets 2,000% on that test. Like, he's basically so smart because he's getting so much information all put in at once that, he basically memorizes it. Like, anything a ghost says, it goes in his brain like that. They don't give any false information either. They only know everything, so yeah. He basically is a genius at everything, so yeah. And he gets a 2,000%. So yeah, his IQ is like 2.5, no wait, 2 quadrillion. Yeah, I don't know if that's even a number, but 2 quadrillion. That's his IQ. So yeah, he's a genius. He can do anything basically if he chooses, and he can phase in and phase out of reality. Yeah, he basically can, well, etherealized form, plus he can not go through walls in his normal form. He's essentially a ghost, but not a ghost at the same time. He has a physical form, but he can choose to basically not have it physical, or basically have it physical. I am not naming this quirk. Like, it's probably going to be called Ghost Seer. He basically gains all the abilities of a ghost, and basically can see all ghosts, and basically gains all the ghost quirks. Whatever quirks he chooses to, save in his banks. He has like a bank of quirks. So yeah. I'm going. This is going to be so OP. And basically, Aizawa says, "Okay, I'm just going to skip to the first day. Everyone's basically getting ready. Deku's the first one in class. Ida basically says, get your feet off that desk." And Deku says, "Why?" "Because you're damaging school property." And Deku says, "Whatever, here's like $50. And Ida basically says, "You can't just pay to do it. You can't just repay school property if you're damaged." "Oh wait, you can do that." What? But yeah. And Deku's basically one of the people that is funding this school, like one of the highest funders of UA. And and Aizawa comes into class and basically says, "Okay guys, shut up." And Aizawa says, "Here Deku, here's your coffee, black as usual." And basically, Aizawa basically, says, and Deku says, thanks, and catches it. And all the kids are wondering how they know each other and who that guy is in the sleeping bag. And Deku says he's our homeroom teacher. If you didn't notice, he's basically, and his hero name is Eraserhead. And they basically are shocked that, Deku knows a hero and, and Aizawa says, get your things, we are going out to the yard, and everyone has to do the test except Deku. And they all ask why, and Aizawa basically says, well, he did get first place in everything, and he basically, is funding most of UA. So, and he basically got his hero license years ago. He basically got his hero license at the age of 6. So he's basically doing this for fun at this point. And Deku says, yeah, you know it. I'm just doing this because I'm bored to just doing hero work. So, yeah, I just decided to go to high school even though I have thousands upon, I have, but 2,000, my IQ is 2 quadrillion. And everyone's basically shocked about, what he's doing. And basically, he says, if you want to know my quirk, just look up Ghost. Just look up my hero name. It's called Seer. Yeah, the Seer. And basically, I'm going to say one person has, a phone on them, and basically looks up the Seer. And they basically, and they're basically shocked on the, listing of abilities this kid has. And he's basically able to see everything and know everything. So, yeah, he's basically essentially a god among men in most people's eyes. So, yeah, I cannot imagine what his kid would even be like at this point, Like, imagining that would basically be imagining the fourth dimension. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, the fourth dimension. So, yeah, cannot imagine what their kid would be like, what his kid would be like. So, yeah, Deku's basically going to be, going to basically love having, his hero costume is basically going to be like a Grim Reaper. Yeah, he's basically going to have like this hood and, I want to say veil? Not veil, but, like this little cloak. He's basically going to have like a black cloak with a hood. You really don't see his face, so yeah. And he's going to be skilled in every weapon in the world. But his primary weapon is going to be a scythe. So yeah, he's basically going to be able to see everything. And basically know everything. He's also able to see time slower because, he can actually talk to ghosts and stuff like that. So yeah, he's going to be able to construe the time slower. And it mostly says things about his eyes. So yeah. It mostly says things about his eyes. He basically has a eye quirk. So yeah, it just mostly says things about his eyes. It doesn't say any other abilities. So, but he can, gain the quirks of, the Fallen. So yeah. And yeah, they're basically going to be, that the person that finds this out is basically going to be, Mineta. I'm gonna say he would have a phone in school, like to take pictures of pervy pictures. So yeah, you can call him the pervy hero. Yeah, I would name him that. Or the Purgy Sage Hero. Those three words go nowhere in the same sentence, you would think. Yeah. But Deku basically, yeah, would basically be watching the whole thing and basically be talking to some random people. And that basically shows everyone what he found on his phone. And they're basically all looking at Deku, like saying, he can talk to the dead? And no wonder why he's been talking to some random people. Some random thing. Well, talking to nothing but air. And that Deku basically says, we have ears, you know. And they basically say, we? Yeah, all of us? Oh, right, you can't see them. Oh, and Araka, your great-grandmother says hello. And basically, Araka's basically wondering, no, can you actually see the dead? What was my great-grandmother's name? Ochako? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just coming up with a random thing. I don't know. I don't read anything beforehand. I just come up with things on the spot. So yeah, Deku, and basically she says that Araka says that was right. And basically, yeah, ask, what else does she say? She says, your quirk is Oravity, and that your favorite color is pink, and you barf a lot while using your quirk. And she basically says, that's alright. And basically says, and basically asks, what was my pet when I was 3? You had a dog, it died when you were at 3. Well, it died when you were 4, and you basically were raised in a poor family. What was my dog? Wait, I was raised. I didn't ask that one. You just said I was raised in a poor family. That's right. Oh, and here's like $3,000 for your business. And basically, yeah, and Deku's basically saying, okay, I'm gonna be one of your new supporters. One of your new business supporters. And basically, she would count that and to basically say, we got a deal, or something like that. And basically, after school, she would take the money to her family, and she would say, apparently one of my new classmates says they're going to be an investor in our business. And they basically ask, what's his name? And basically, she would say, his name is the Seer. And they basically would go white. Are you sure? Yeah, why? I haven't even heard of this guy until today. And they basically would say, we've met the Seer once before. He was like 8, and he said that he saw your mother's grandmother, and she said hello, and her name was Ochako. That's why we named you Oraka. So yeah. And basically, yeah, your grandmother, your great grandmother named you essentially. So yeah. And they're basically going to say, they're basically going to say, you have a deal. We're going to have you invest into our business. Thanks again. We can't do much, but we can at least make you a lunch. And the Seer basically, and Deku basically says, you don't need to. They basically have like a calling card. I would say no. They basically yeah, tell Uraka to tell this to, Deku, and basically, you know, well, Uraka would say, this kid named Deku basically said it, so, yeah. And he gave us 3 grand to up front. So, yeah. And to her family basically starts crying. And Araka basically says, oh, right, and he's apparently a pro hero. And basically, yeah, they ask, how old is he? 15. And what's his hero name, by any chance? The Seer. Yeah, I'm going to say that. You know? And Deku basically, everyone gets normal, and Deku doesn't have to take place in any of those, things, by the way. Because, well, Aizawa already knows how, he's going to be insanely powerful compared to everyone. So, yeah. I have no idea how long I've been going on. 8 hour? Yeah, I'm just going to be ending it off right now. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, comment, and peace.